So both the Vikings and Leoric are getting like a bunch of feeding reports, so they're taking them out of ARAMs, which sucks, man. Leo is one of the funnest ones to play in ARAMs. Tower, fort, and keep damage to enemy heroes increased by 10%. I've been saying this for a long time. They over buffed them, then they still had them over buffed, then they just decided to wipe it clean out. They could do a little more damage. My goal still is to get them to understand that armor reduction does not happen after 1 second. It is 0 seconds. The very first hit that you take is at the 0 second mark. The 0 second mark. So if you are letting that happen at the 0 second mark, then it only takes a couple of hits to be at -20 and at maximum armor reduction. Please consider making the first hit give you 0 reduction. Like, why is that so hard to comprehend? Please stop letting the first hit. That means you are taking maximum damage within 2 seconds instead of 3. Please understand, if you make that change, this is much easier to gauge how you can dive towers. Health and shield values swap. The shield value now accounts for 75% of the total health. Shield regeneration increased to 10% of shields. Okay. Nubarak, health increased from 2100 to 2150. We've seen this before. Health regen increased from 4.38 to 4.48. We've seen this one before. Level 13, talents have been changed to follow our normal talent ordering conventions. Okay. Damage dealt by beetles reduced from 7 to 6. Okay. Adjusted functionality. Enemy heroes hit by burrow charge or impale have their spell power reduced by 50% for 4 seconds. Didn't it already do that? Or was it just burrow charge? I think it was just burrow charge. Adjusted functionality. Beetles gain 30% increased health. Every 4th basic attack spawns a beetle. I think it was only burrow charge. Show. Healing reduction duration reduced from 4 to 2 seconds. That's it? That's all you're going to give us on this? You're not going to nerf the level 16? Okay. Okay. Level 7 Diablo. Additional fun. Okay, just so you guys know, this is much better. But, so, Anubrak needs a rework, okay? A pretty big one, because he's based around Re1. So, just for the sake of clarity, most of the time, when you go in as a Nubarak, the thing that makes him strong is that he has 2 stuns. Very few heroes have the capacity for stunning somebody like the way a Nubarak does. So normally you burrow charge and then impale. These don't stack, it's just 4 seconds, reset to 4 seconds. So there is a way to play a Nubarak that is much more patient and you hit one way and you impale the other. But that normally means that you're just dying because your team drafted bad or you drafted a Nubarak when you shouldn't have and you just die anyways. Like, this doesn't really do anything. Like, it allows you to, like, if you miss one, then the other one is okay. But it's still not great because normally you can hit both. Okay. They really need to nerf Gaul. Maybe it's in a buff down below, but this is not... Like, Cho's kind of okay right now. Gaul 16 is the broken one, and this needed to be nerfed too, so I'm good with this. Diablo level 7, additional functionality. Reduce the cooldown of Fire Stomp by 1 second. Mana return when stunning enemy heroes with shower charge. Overpowered. Increase from 35 to 45. No longer reduces the cooldown of Fire Stomp. Huh. So W build has never, like, it's only been buffed, right? Like, they made it so you have like aura damage at 13. They gave you mana return so that if you're just spamming W all the time, it's no big deal. Now you get more mana, which means more survivability, but reducing the cooldown of Fire Stomp. If you guys thought auto attack Diablo was broken, boy, do I got news for you. Fire Stomp Diablo is about to come out and kick everybody right in the hind end, okay? Gonna be pretty scary. Bonus spell power per stack increased from 2 to 3%. Maximum stacks for bonus damage Boy, if you guys thought Diablo was scary in auto attack form, wait till people remember this is the OP build, and it never got nerfed, and it's only getting buffed again. This is insane. I hope you guys realize this is actually crazy that this is going to be the new Diablo build. Like, you should be running in fear right now. This never stopped being good. As a matter of fact, I would just pick Muradin versus Diablo and go Skullcracker and destroy Diablos because they went auto attack every time. And they have to commit to auto attack before I ever have to commit to auto attack at 7. So that is crazy. Who are we talking about? That's insane. Okay. Okay. He's broken. He's... Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't even have to read the rest of the talents. Bye-bye, ETC. If you ever wanted to move ETC into a solo lane role, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. ETC solo lane coming to a game near you. Good luck. Deathwing, energy cost increase from 15 to 20. What? This is the only thing that makes you even remotely viable. Now, there has been a ranged Deathwing build that has actually been pretty good. So this is actually a buff to that build. This is a nerf to basically every other time you can conceivably play Deathwing. Stop. If you pick Q talents, stop playing Deathwing. And if you're picking Q talents, make sure it's in ARAMs or Quick Match and not in Storm League. Q talents are really, really bad. Increase the damage of Molten Flame against enemy heroes. Trap. Increase this bonus damage to 75% when Molten Flame is cast at 75% energy or higher. Trap. Trap, 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 trap talents. Do not pick Q talents. Okay? Okay? Meteor. Oh. We'll play some ranged Deathwing today. Diva, mech weapon damage reduced from 23 to 22. Go figure. Been like one of the most contentious parts about Diva since her inception. Bonus damage to non-heroic enemies reduced from 100 to 75%. Damage and healing against enemy heroes reduced from 4 to 3%. Aggression matrix buff on that. Bunny hop buff. Micro missiles. This is kind of needed. This ain't enough, fam. This is not enough. Good luck, team. Good luck. Gazlowe, health buff. Health for regen. Rocket turret damage increase. Death laser damage increase. Explodium charge range increase. I don't know if all of this is needed. I don't. Damage bonus increased from 20 to 35%. Right, we gotta mute you anyways, Diablo. You're noisy. Hold on. Cast range increased and damage increased. Okay. One-man wrecking crew. Notifications are off for the moment. We'll get to that here soon. Oops. Hoggly wogglies, in case anybody's watching this video later. Bonus damage, so this is like follow through, which pretty big buff though. It shows how bad it is. Easy peasy, Dimensional Ripper. Cooldown reduced from 40 to 30 seconds. Armor bonus increased from 35 to 40. Still a weird one because healing is pretty insane. Activatable armor is okay. The damage reduction on this is probably the most sleeper part about this, because technically this is actually a must pick versus like death ball comps of like Kerrigan Alarak running at you, or Kerrigan Alarak Greymane. Like just press this button, live, and reduce their damage. Cooldown reduction increase from 0.5 to 0.75. So W build is like somehow getting a buff. Huh. All right. Master Blaster. Slow duration increase from 2.5 to 3. Slow duration increased from 0.25 to 0.5. I mean, I think it's okay. They're making him a bruiser. Damage per second increased from 8 to 9. They're definitely making some major tweaks to our Gazlowe here. Damage per second increase from 8 to 9. Now his crit kickers. Grab Hobomb buff. Dude, these are major buffs to our boy Gazlowe. Explodium charge gains a second charge with a 3-second cooldown between uses. That's pretty insane. Maybe his auto attack is build is good now. Maybe. Imperius. Another nerf. Another nerf. This is like Cassia's level 7, where it never needed to be buffed. It never needed to be that strong. We're getting another pretty big nerf, so I'm happy. The thing's pretty insane. Holy Fervor cooldown from 30 to 25. Okay. Like, this is the only thing that needed to be nerfed. Lol. Ural, Hand of Freedom. Cooldown from 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, she was way too unkillable. Yeah, I mean, this made Ural super hard to, she's already hard to gank. This just made her, like, impossible to gank. Alex Straw's A Circle of Life. Regen Globe completion quest requirements reduced from 15 to 25 to 10 to 20. Still don't pick this, okay? Still do not pick this. Do not pick this, okay? I'm nodding my head, but that doesn't mean pick it. It just says do not pick this. Unless it's a very, very rare circumstance. Healing for Alex Straza to showcase this. Let's at least bring it up. Alex Straza receives 40% more healing from Abundance and 100% more healing from Regen Globes. If you have to worry about your own healing, it's scary. Lifebinder, 50 seconds? Like, so if you watch any of my videos, or you watch any of my commentary about heroics, a 60-second heroic should be there for every major team fight. The difference between 60 and 50 seconds is like 0. It's like 70 seconds is it should be there for every team fight. 80 to 90 seconds is if you use it early in a team fight, it'll be there. In every late game team fight, it'll be there. But we're talking about major team fights. Post level 10, you're talking about 30-second death timers already. From the time it takes for you to re-engage and fight again, 10 seconds in this realm is not that long. Late game team fight, you're not going to use this twice in a fight. Death timers are over 50 seconds, so it's like, it's not really going to matter. So Lifebind, you're going from 60 to 50 seconds is inconsequential in every facet, okay? Once you start to get to 90, 100, and beyond, as far as cooldown reductions go, those may or may not be available for every major team fight. So keep that in mind if you think, oh, this is a big buff. It's not. It's basically inconsequential, and it doesn't mean anything. Tough love. I didn't even know she had other 16 talents. That's crazy. That is crazy. I still don't have any clue. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty sure that an extra 7 seconds on Dragon is like having a heroic. This is like having a heroic talent at 16. These are not good. They're not good, okay? They're not good. Biotic Grenade. Healing reduction duration reduced from 2 to 1.75 seconds. Still strong. Like, I don't... The one thing that you have to remember with Grenade is normally, like, if you can't kill somebody in the time that Grenade is on them, then your team's not following up properly. At high levels, you get grenaded, you're dead. Like, you die in 2 seconds whether you like it or not. 1.75 seconds, you die whether you like it or not. Because everybody knows how to put their damage onto one target. If a Diablo or an ETC slides onto one target, you normally are going to sleep dart them for the bonus damage at level 7, which is this right here. So now it's still 10 to 8%, but it's still 8% damage because you're hitting normally a stationary target. So 8% damage burst at level 7 is ridiculous. Canceling their healing, 100% is broken. And at a high level, 10 to 8%, I mean, this helps a little bit. Some people are going to live in situations where they didn't before. But still, if you're following up CC with your grenade, which is normally how you use it, that person dies whether they want to or not. Cooldown reduction on sleep dart reduced from 4 to 2 seconds. That's good. Healing reduction duration bonus from 25% to 0.75 seconds. They're just trying to balance it out without having to worry about 25% on this. Just make it a time. So this is a pretty big buff or pretty big nerf here. This fairly inconsequential, but it will help in very small circumstances. And this helps. Ana's just doing way too much burst damage onto CC targets. They get hit, you sleep and grenade them, they die. Like, that's it. That's pretty much how that worked. It was insane. Still gonna be strong. Still gonna be strong. Anduin buffs. Oh, baby, let's go. Q buff with flash heal. Nice. Chastise. Doesn't matter. This does... Okay. So the one thing I like about this buff, right? Because it's a pretty big damage buff. We're talking pretty big here. Let me go ahead and get a little drink. So Chastise is a slow traveling projectile. Okay? So the problem with Chastise being a projectile is that it's slow moving and it's easy to dodge. If any video I've ever put out there, if you're a healer with CC and you're raw casting Malfruits, raw casting Chastise, you're doing it wrong, okay? So you always want to follow up CC. Why follow up CC? 1, because it's easy to hit. 2, because it means you're running a CC train because you're following your tank, which you should be doing anyways. 3, you're generating a kill target for your range. So now you have a 3-pronged approach. Your tank is doing CC, you're following CC, so they're CC'd longer, and you're creating a kill target for your range to be able to focus them down. That's generally a pretty easy 1-2 step. Now you're adding a little bit more burst damage to that by giving it a damage buff. So it rewards you for actually following CC and using this correctly instead of just raw throwing it out there. Also, never pick E at level 4. Leap of Faith, I'm cool with this. Like, they need something for utility. No talent changes for Anduin. Holy Fire now has crit kickers when dealing bonus damage. I think it's cool, that way you know when you're actually getting value out of it. Adjusted functionality. Healing a hero that is stunned, readered, or silenced grants them... What was that before? It's like, kind of like Morales, right? It's kind of like Morales. Still should go cleanse. Still should go cleanse. Oh, Kerrigan Buffs. Watch out now. Siphoning impact. Shield amount increase from 90 to 100. Big. Assimilation mastery. Shields granted 45 to 50. Second pulse explosion time reduced from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Nice. Scary as hell, but Queen of Blades new functionality reduced the cooldown of Ravage by 2 seconds. and increase its damage to minions and mercs by 50%. That's interesting. I don't know if that's really gonna change much. This is Boundless Fury is the #1 pick by far. Huh. Is Q-Build the hot? I mean, you're still probably normally going to go Boundless Fury, but I don't think this changes anything. Maelstrom, mana cost reduced from 100 to 80. Range increased from 4 to 4.5. That's cool. Mana cost reduced. Additional functionality. Increase the health and attack damage. Oh, bonus movement speed from 25 to 20% nerf. That's going to hurt a lot of Samurai players. Bonus damage reduced from 15 to 10%. Let's pull this up. I think the Kerrigan buffs are good. So the one thing you always have to remember with Kerrigan is that your shields are dependent on your damage. So you get 10% of your damage dealt from basic attacks and abilities. So every time you buff your damage, you buff your survivability, which is what makes Kerrigan really hard to balance. Every time she does more damage, she's also harder to kill. So it's like a twofold buff, which is terrifying for everybody. And you got to remember scaling and all that. It can be pretty terrifying for everybody. So always know that that's one of the things that makes Kerrigan the hardest to buff, kind of like Illidan. This is pretty cool. This got some popularity. It's not as reliable, but the fact that it's now 2.5 to 2 seconds means that you don't have to stay on top of people as long. That's cool. So I like the Kerrigan buffs. It does terrify me that you're going to see more Kerrigans in high-level games, so good luck. Low-level games, you're still the same. Alright, back to the Samuro. So the movement speed buff, or nerf. Bonus damage reduced. Let's pull up the level 7. So crushing blows. This was already somewhat popular to a degree. Phantom Pain is pretty strong. Burning Blade hasn't been good for a while, and crushing blows. I think this is good. It takes away some of the burst damage, forces you to be better. Mirror Image Blade store damage. Lol. Bonus Mirror Image health reduced. I like that they're nerfing some of the burst damage. I do. Huh. Alright, I like it. I like it. I like where they're going with this. Alright, I better scroll down here and see a 16 Dread Iron nerf. Leaden Orb, that's what it is. Oh, come on, man! Come on! I'm tilted. Damage bonus per bounce reduced from 25 to 15%. No longer passively reduces the cooldown of Dread Orb. I guess that's one nerf that will help. Like, you can't give this a stun. Make it a slow. A big slow. Like every other person at level 16 has. Please make it a slow. Like Rhaegar Totem, 80% slow. Just let it slow. Not stun you. Please. This nerf does help that it doesn't passively reduce the cooldown. So this does help a little bit. This actually helps a lot. This is actually a pretty big change towards the W build. We'll see how it is in effect. Jaina. Oh. Still bad. Still bad. Alright, additional functionality while above 75% mana, gain 10% spell power. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't do it. Frost armor, physical armor from 50 to 75. Mostly a trap. Mostly a trap. Still OP. Still really OP on frost shards, okay? Oh my god, they keep buffing it! They keep buffing it! They keep buffing it! Alright, I'm playing auto attack Jaina for the rest of my life, okay? Playing auto attack Jaina for the rest of my life. Still a trap. They've buffed this so many times that it should show you that if you picked this previously, it's been nerfed so much, or it's been buffed so much, that says that you've been picking this the whole time, and they've had to buff it all the way to 2.5 seconds. That should show you how bad talents like this are, and how bad this talent has always been. So if you've been picking this talent for a long time, and you see massive buff after massive buff onto it, you should say, you know what? I should learn from this and not get baited into picking it. Let me do that, because I'm going to be playing this now. Oh, man. Alright, let's look at Mephisto. Healing increase from 60 to 70% of damage dealt to enemy heroes. Additional functionality. Enemy heroes hit by skull missile grant 10 mana. That's cool. Maximum lightning nova damage increase from 36 to 42. I mean, I guess. Additional functionality. Enemies are also silenced when they are rooted. That means they can't unroot themselves, essentially. That's actually pretty terrifying. That is terrifying. Just the fact that you get all 7 talents from here make this somewhat pickable, but still not that great. Not when you get Mimic here or this. Both of these are OP. Yeah, whoever said that Mephisto is broken now, I don't agree. I mean, he needed some buffs after they nerfed his W build so much. They put it on Q. They gave you skill reward at 16. This is pretty busted. This is actually pretty terrifying. Sylvanas. Oh no. What do we got? Lost Soul. Additional functionality. Increase Shadow Dagger's damage by 10%. Okay. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Bonus damage to Haunting Wave reduced from 25 to 15%. Oh, that's... nobody cares about that. That doesn't mean anything. Mind Control. Additional functionality. Enemy heroes hit have 3 stacks of Banshee's Curse applied to them. Now, that's a type of buff I can get behind. Still nowhere near as good as a giant AoE silence, but this means that you can actually kill the person you mind control now, so that's good. This is interesting. So I actually like an auto attack build with Sylvanas based around Q build and then W at 7 and depending on what I'm going with, either Remorseless or Cold Embrace. Normally Cold Embrace. But this actually does allow you to play an auto attack build. I love it on like Hanamura, where I'm fighting out in the open and I can just auto attack for days. And not a lot of tanks can take that damage. So getting a buff to this is actually pretty neat. I'll try it out. Plasma Shield, yeah, this was too strong. Shield from 15 to 12%. Black Hole, still a trap. Additional functionality. Reduce the armor of enemy heroes hit by the center of Black Hole by 20. Like, they should give it at 10. Like, if you want it to be viable, put it at like 80 seconds and give it this functionality. Like, there's no reason why it shouldn't actually do something. This thing is not good. Tracer. Base auto attack damage from 24 to 23. Terrifying. Adjusted functionality. Increase the healing from basic attacks against enemy heroes by an additional 5%. This bonus is further increased by 5% for each blink charge you currently have. What was this before? Let me go see if it's not updated yet. They gotta mess with like her healing so much that it makes it really hard. Hold on. Okay, so it gives it baseline 5% increased healing. Okay. So before it was just 5% for each one. This gives you an increased 5% baseline, as opposed to giving it to you on your wherever your trait is here. Okay, that makes sense. I'm okay with that. Because your healing is based on your auto attacks, and your auto attacks just got nerfed. Is Alex Straza good now? No. Auto attack Sylvanas has always been good, man. Just not at level 1. Cooldown reduction on the healing fountain when gathering a regeneration globe increase from 10 to 15 seconds. I guess. Not good. Cooldown reduction increased from 0.25 to 0.3125. Does somebody want to tell them? Does somebody want to tell them that this is not good? Tychus. Quarterback moved from level 1. Wait a minute. What are they doing with all of his E-talents? What? What? No way. No way. No way. If you have any idea what this talent does for Tychus, you now know that Tychus is OPAF right now. That's not to say that this isn't still good, but this, you picked this because you didn't have this. You picked this because you didn't have this, because you had to stand at a close range just to attack people. And they buffed this. Increase the damage bonus to 4% while enemy heroes are above 30% health, but minigun no longer has any effects on targets. Look, ripping somebody down to 30%, OP. And guess what? I can now do it from 5.5 range. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's no way this is happening. There's no way this is happening. At worst, give it the tracer treatment, so it's a half a range. Oh, if he still has relentless at 7? Oh! Does he still have spell armor at 13? Oh my! Oh, Master Assassin gained 10% increased attack speed after getting 15. Yeah, that's still bad. How quick? Look, I would have said this is strong if it's 0.5 attack range. The problem that you have with talents like this is once you put it in, like, it's hard to pull it back out because it feels so good at this extra range that you don't want to pull out anymore. Like, you gotta leave it in there, right? And so now it makes it hard to revert back. It's like, well, this is so good and everybody's so used to it being this way that it's such a drastic change when you take it back. It's so insane that they think that an extra 1 attack range at level 1. Now, they did this with Cassia, right? Because why play a character that has all this auto attack range and then I got to change, or auto attack speed, and then I've got to relearn it later. Same for Tracer. It's like, look, if I want extra range on my autos, I need to do it from level 1. And so it makes sense why it's at level 1. The other ones are at like level 20 for like Falstad and Vala, and Tychus had it too. But this at 1 is insane. Insane. Combat Tactician, move. Alright, let's see what we got at level 7. Enemies hit by Frag Grenade take an additional 75 damage over 3 seconds. This damage is increased by 100% against minions, mercs, and monsters. For anybody that's ever seen me showcase how to wave clear as Tychus, this is unnecessary for wave clear. So much so that I'm going to show you how to wave clear as Tychus right now, so you don't have to worry about this being a trap. Alright, so just so you know, you do not, like, it's kind of hard early. Hold on, let me get rid of this guy for he messes it all up. And let me get rid of this guy for he messes it all up. And technically, due to scaling, you need to be at like level 7, okay? So we'll do this. We'll pick some talent that doesn't matter. So if you need to know how to wave clear as Tychus and you're afraid that you need that talent, you queue the backline. 1-1000, 1-1000, 1-1000 grenade. Okay? That's how you wave clear as Tychus. You do not need bonus damage on a grenade. It saves you your Q, but most of the time your Q is on a short enough cooldown to where it doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. Show you again real quick. So you can see this is not perfect. 1-1000, 2-1000, 3-1000 grenade. And that's all you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need a PvE talent as Tychus for wave clear, okay? Don't assume that you need that. Yeah. Move from level 1, new functionality. I do like that it does bonus damage over time versus heroes. It means that you can conceivably hit multiple heroes at once, upping your DPS. Combat Tactician. Reduce the cooldown of minigun by 4 seconds. Reduce the cooldown of minigun by an additional 4 seconds after using run and gun. This is pretty crazy when you consider that you have this at level 1 and this at level 7. I cannot say to you enough just how broken Tychus might be right now. Like, I am terrified that Tychus will completely run over everybody in the meta right now. Like, he will obliterate everybody in the meta right now. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Tychus might be the most broken hero in the game right now with this level 1 talent and these talent reworks. This is insane. Yeah, this might help for his race. Like, I guess this is helps. Like, it's 150 damage per race. Like, you don't need that. That's like a couple autos. Cooldown reduced by 5 seconds. No longer passively increases your auto attack range. Additional functionality after using run and gun increases your attack range by 1. So this is the old level 1 talent that's there. I am blown away by the fact that this into this, or this into this, actually exists in the game. Like, this is so impossibly, ridiculously broken that Tychus will be in every single game. And if I'm wrong, I'll make sure that I pick Tychus in every game so that I'm not a liar. Oh my goodness. This is actually insane. Alright, to recap, Anubarak changes, fairly inconsequential. Like, this kind of needed to happen. This doesn't really matter. And this is kind of okay. This needed to happen. I like this. This never stopped being good. W-Build Diablo is about to dumpster everybody, because W-Build Diablo is actually an OP build now, and it got buffed again. It was just overshadowed by auto attack build, which was nerfed. Which technically they're reducing the W. It forces you to be more active. For those who want the TLDR on this, it forces you to auto attack more. You should already be auto attacking more because you went life leech at 4, and then you're getting cooldown reduction, but your W, even baseline, heals you on its way back in. So it's taking away some of the healing throughput and some of the damage that's going out, and I think that's acceptable. But W build did get buffed. We're going to play that. ETC is now an offlaner. Insane that they nerfed that. I can't believe that they nerfed that. Deathwing, his ranged build was already rising in popularity now, but they have completely made it basically the only build you can play. Melee Deathwing continues to just fall away because this is ridiculous. Never go Q talents. If I see you pick Q talents, I'll ban you. Unless it's ARAMs. Diva, gonna be really hard to balance. I think these are all good, but we're gonna need another round of buffs for sure. Micro missiles nerf, good. Definitely needed. Bunny hops still Mimi. This is okay because it takes away some of her survivability, and this takes away some of the damage throughput, which is needed because Diva's a bruiser, and her damage reduction can never be weighted. Gazlowe, huge buffs. Like, it's going to be wild to see Gazlowe. Gazlowe's probably going to be in a lot of games. This, probably the most necessary nerf that's been needed for a long time. They nerfed it last patch, nowhere near enough. They nerfed it again. I think it went from 180 to 165 and now down to 150. You're talking about nerfing this by like 20-something% in the last 2 patches. It's crazy. Very much needed. They buffed this to kind of bring it back into action. Ural, this is very much needed. 20-second cooldown was pretty crazy, but this is still really strong. Pretty much a trap to go W as Alexstrasza. I didn't even know she had other 16 talents, so don't even look at this. This actually means nothing because 60 seconds is always there. You're never going to have to worry about this. Ana needs the nerfs. I think this is the biggest nerf right here. I like that a lot. And this was needed too. So these are really good nerfs for Ana, but still, as an Ana player, you're saving your grenade and your sleep dart for follow-up CC. Somebody gets stunned or rooted, you hit them with the sleep dart for the burst damage and the extra sleep and the 0.5 seconds on the unwakeable part. And then the healing reduction by 100% is still pretty broken. Anduin, nice to see, is getting some more healing throughput. Save your E for follow-up. This is cool. This is bigger healing because you're going W at 4, 7, and 13. And then you're going Renew at 1. And you're going the Q talent at 16. So you just swap your heals. It's actually pretty insane. A lot more healing throughput, which is really cool. Lol. Neat. Trap. Scary. Very, very, very scary. If you missed it earlier, every time you buffer damage, you buffer shields. And every time you buffer damage, you buffer survivability. This could be balanced. This could be broken. We'll find out soon. Samuro nerfs, very much needed. I am in favor of the way that they're taking it. They're rewarding the low skill pick on Bladestorm. And they're nerfing some of the stronger picks that a lot of people have had. Them not making this a slow, kind of tilt-worthy. Them taking away the passive cooldown reduction is strong. But still, you're talking about Gaul with ridiculously low cooldowns, commonly played with an Ana with nano boost. That cooldown reduction is there no matter what. Jaina, these are all trap talents. Every single one of them is a trap talent, but I will, for the sake of testing, try out Arcane Intellect with Ice Fury Wand here on stream. Mephisto, just some minor tweaks. This is pretty strong. I like this because it brings Q-Build kind of back into the realm of playability, and that's a pretty insane upgrade. Sylvanas makes for some build diversity that I like a lot. This is inconsequential. This is actually really cool, and this is cool, but you shouldn't pick it anyways. Needed a nerf. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Scary if you're a Tracer player. Not scary if you're on the other side. Pretty cool, because this means she can survive a little longer. You now have 5% baseline. Trap talent. Quick match talent. Tychus. Broken. 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 I am terrified of Tychus. If I am a tank main, I am quitting the game right now. I am quitting the game. I will quit the game if I was a tank main right